Hi everybody, I'm Eric Bolvin, and this is a video that accompanies my book, Tongue Level in Air, 26 Lessons to Efficient Trumpet Playing. You should download the sample lessons at bolvinmusic.com. There's 3 sample lessons there, and in this video I will discuss some of the techniques that you need to practice the first lessons. Okay. Trumpet playing, efficient trumpet playing, is a balance of 3 things. Your air, power and control, your tongue levels, and your embouchure. When one of those things is out of balance, trumpet playing can be very difficult. When everything's in balance and all those things are working together, Claude Gordon called this the machine, and things are working together, trumpet playing's easy and sounds pretty good. The first thing that you need to learn is what I call Haa-Too breathing. It's very simple. We breathe in, we say ha. We blow out, we say too. So it's like this. Very easy. All the time, whenever you're doing any of the breathing exercises, you want to keep your chest up the whole time. All right? You'll feel these muscles at work. The abdominals, your chest muscles, your back muscles, all working together. Those are the blowing muscles. Okay, so the Haa-Too breathing, very important that you don't hold your breath. A lot of times when I see young students, I say, take a big breath. They go, and try to play the trumpet. Well, you don't want to hold your breath when you're playing the trumpet because that closes your throat, and this can lead to a lot of bad things in playing. And even the slightest time of holding your breath is bad. So by doing this exercise, you get a good flow. So let's try it again. It's very relaxed. Another thing you can do with the Haa-Too, besides just doing it regular like that, is you can blow all your air out, Claude Gordon style, and it's kind of like your blowing muscles become a bellows, like that. That's what Claude used to talk about. All right, I'll show you that. Notice I'm keeping my chest up the whole time. You really can feel all these muscles. Part 1 of lesson 1 is a simple long tone exercise. We're going to start talking about the tongue levels. The first 2 is going to be the middle register, 2, and this exercise is 2, 2. Very important that we establish a very fat low register sound. All right, now I'm going to show you that. This is exercise 1 on lesson 1. So I'm trying to establish a big, fat, open, low register sound. Now, I'm going to show you a couple things that happen that you want to avoid when doing these beginning long tone exercises. Here, I'm going to get too loud, and you'll see what happens to the sound. Right there, got too open. Something was out of balance there. That's why it didn't sound good. When you're in balance, everything sounds good, everything feels good. When you're out of balance, things sound bad like that. Now, of course, that was exaggerated, but you don't want the sound to get distorted and spread like that. That usually means there's too much air for the aperture to handle. All right, here's another thing that people do, is they give it too much gas all at once. And what you get here is a stuffy sound, like this. So, I'm really exaggerating that, but these are the things that you want to avoid when you're practicing these long tone exercises. All right, these go down through all the fingerings. Let me do second valve now, the right way. Okay? I'm thinking, oh, trying to get that real fat, low register sound established. All right. Next, we'll talk about the tongue levels, okay? Claude Gordon talked about tongue levels a lot in all of his books. He talked about tw, t, and s as the 3 tongue levels. Pops McLaughlin introduced me to tu, which is kind of in between tw and t. So the 4 tongue levels, this is a good exercise you can do with your lips closed. You just go like this. Tw, tu, ti, s. What you can do, and then close your eyes. You want to like be a ventriloquist here. Tw, tu, ti, s. I'm not singing any particular pitches. I'm just feeling the movement of the tongue as it goes through these 4 different positions that we need to play throughout the registers of our instrument. Okay, lesson 1, exercise 2 is a simple octave exercise. And what I like people to do is to vocalize the flexibilities first. So we're going to go to, tu, to, tu, to, tu, to. You don't have to sing well. You know, just approximate is good. All right, so now that gives me an idea of the tongue and the tongue levels in my mind. I'm watching the tongue. Now I'm going to play that and focusing on the same thing. Okay, so the tongue to, tu, is working for me there. Now, the next part of lesson 1 deals with an exercise that I call the breath push. Pops McLaughlin calls it the air kick, and I've seen Bobby Shue demonstrate this. Here's how you do the breathing exercise first. You take a ha breath. Using these muscles, I'm pushing up like a bellows. Pushing that air out, you get a real nice blast of air power right there. Now I'm going to play that on the trumpet in exercise 3. This is just a simple octave, but I'm going to use a lot of air right here. I'll tell you what happens. Okay, now that gets pretty loud and raucous there. So what that shows us is that you have enough air to play the trumpet. Most of us have enough air to, you know, sufficiently blow this thing. So it's not about more air. It's about controlling that air. We have a very large reserve of power here. We need to control it. So once you've done that, you can really feel that you're moving air, you're using air, you're letting the air do the work. Now you need to control it and go for the musical result. Okay, of course, you know, your tone is the guide with a lot of these exercises. When, you know, it sounds centered, it sounds good, then you're probably doing it right. Okay, so here I go again. Now I'm going to control this sort. And we get a nice octave slur, okay? So I'm using air to make the slur. All right, now you're ready to go to part 4, where you're going to apply that same, you know, style of slurring to this octave exercise like so. Okay, and that continues down. Okay, I'm using air to do all of that. Okay, now in lesson 2, and you need the book to see lesson 2, I'm going to introduce the double breath push. Okay, it's kind of like this. It's a good exercise to really help you feel that air and how much control that you can have over your air. And the exercise that goes with that is just slurring up C, G, C, like this. Okay, using all air to do that. In lesson 4, exercise 3, there's another breath push exercise which I'm going to demonstrate. This is simply going like this. And there's a lot of exercises that go with this. The first one is on lesson 4, part 3B. And we start here with 1, 2, and 3, like this. So I'm using breath, air, to make that go up a half step, up a fifth. Now I'm going to go up a half step. Okay? So this covers the basic things that you need to use tongue level and air. There'll be another video. There'll be a couple more videos. So check back often, and happy practicing, everybody.